Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to another video. I said I was going to be done kind of doing reviews, but I also told you I was ordering the Tamron 20-40 f2.8 and potentially considering getting rid of my 21.8 G lens for the Sony a7 IV. Mainly, and the reason why is mainly because the versatility. If I go on some of these trips that I'm going to be going on, I really think that having the versatility to go from 20 to 40 to take photos, some video. I can also use the crop mode on the a7 IV, which gets you to like 60 millimeters versus just having 20, right? This is really good for video. I like the 20 millimeter focal length, but I want to see the difference in terms of like two things. One, what does 1.8 look like versus 2.8 at 20? And then also, you know, just the sharpness and that kind of stuff, because a prime is typically sharper than a zoom lens. So this right here is the Tamron. It's one of the reverse grower lenses, so at 40 it's the smallest, but then if you rotate it out to 20 it's actually a little bit bigger. And I'll put a picture up right here showing the two. When it's at its smallest, it's the same size, almost identical as the G lens here, the 21.8 G lens. So in terms of that, it's almost identical, so no big deal there. So real quick, I want to check focus breathing, although I think, if I'm wrong, someone correct me in the comments, the a7 IV has like focus breathing compensation, so maybe it takes it out of the lens. But yeah, this is what it looks like 1.8. Notice my address back here is really blurry, coming in, you know, coming out, that kind of stuff. Look at the colors. And what I'm doing for this video, I'm leaving it at aperture priority, so I'm letting the shutter speed ramp up and down, letting the ISO stay at its lowest, and then letting the shutter speed go up and down so it maintains the 1.8. And this is what it looks like right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the lenses, and again, autofocus, switch the lens. Sony's lens is really, really fast, and we'll see how it compares, because I'm curious, right? This is a third-party lens. This is a native mount lens. Typically, native mount does a little bit better. The Sony glass has been really good lately, all that kind of stuff. Although I understand that maybe Tamron lenses Sony has some ownership in Tamron. So that's interesting as well. Oh, one other thing too. Why am I looking at this lens? I'm looking at all the Tamron lenses as like a go forward plan, because they make some really cool stuff. Like you have the 20 to 40, you got the 17 to 28, you've got a 50 to 400 super zoom, you've got a 70 to 180 f2.8, and all of those lenses, I think they have a 150 to 600 or something. Almost all of those lenses have 67 millimeter filter threads, which this has as well, by the way. And I do plan on putting like polarizers and ND filters, and I just bought a black Pro Mist filter to put on the front that I'm going to use to kind of soften up and get rid of some of that digital look. See how I like that? I think it's a 1/4 black Pro Mist filter. By the way, this is also 67 millimeters, so it's the same in that regard. Okay, let's switch over to the Tamron. All right, now we're at 20 millimeters. Yeah, 20 millimeters on the Tamron. What do you guys notice in color difference? Is it warmer? Is it cooler? More magenta? More green? Again, background blurriness, autofocus. How is it doing? That kind of stuff. Seems like it's okay. One thing to note is that on this 21.8 G lens right here, you get a bunch of features that you don't get on the Tamron. One of them is the clickable aperture ring, which is always nice because I come from some Fuji stuff. I like that a lot. You also get this programmable button right here, which you don't get on the Tamron. So you can do like, you know, focus hold, you can change it to do all sorts of stuff, peeking on and off, whatever you want. You can program that in the camera. And then the AF/MF switch, I don't think this has an AM/MF switch. It does not. So it's just got two rings on it, focus ring and zoom ring. But you do get the added versatility, right? Like coming at 40 millimeters, make it happen, that kind of stuff. So you get that, and then of course I can apply the APS-C crop as well, where it downsamples into a smaller 1.5 crop, I think it is, 1.5, and that kind of stuff. So how does this look? Now, the other thing you do get on the Tamron that you don't get on the Sony is, I believe this has, I'm looking right now, I believe this has vibration control in it. So maybe some in-lens stabilization. I don't think the Sony has that. Double check it. I think it does. But anyways, I have, oh, by the way, I'm in active stave, so there's a crop already on the sensor. So, you know, this is what it looks like walking around. Is this something I can use for vlogging, walking, and talking type stuff. I don't know. That's just a quick test. What do you guys think? Let me know.